My name is James Stuart. I'm the Sheriff of Anoka County, Minnesota, and I've been in this position, I'm in my 8th year. Well, the Anoka County Sheriff's Office has 6 divisions, multiple specialty units across each of those divisions. Having our team united and understanding what our mission is and working towards a common mission and the vision have always been important to me, and so after taking office, one of the things that we really embraced was the development of an actual presentation, and every member of our staff has then gone through what we call the vision talk. And as we do that, it's really presenting, here's our expectations, here's who we are, here's our history, and here's what our future should look like if we're all working together for a common goal. Prior to our time with Orgametrics, I would say every staff member got it probably once. Some of our supervisors and command staff members got to hear the message more often than that, but it was mandatory for everyone to at least hear it once. When we first received the results back, to be honest, I was a bit shell-shocked. That might even be an understatement, because I had this vision, as most leaders do, of how you think your agency is aligned and how everything's going, and because of our strong history, I really felt we were in a great place. I quickly learned that we were maybe closer to just being in a good place. And that was okay. It was good for me and the command staff to have our eyes open to what the reality is and how staff were receiving day-to-day interactions and just the overall alignment of the office. For me, one of my favorite takeaways was having the team from Orgametrics come out and meet with all of our supervisors and command staff, and not just walk through the results of the surveys with us, but to help us break into small groups by division, and then office-wide, how do we develop a plan to move us forward and an actual process to continue getting us better and more aligned by each division, but then also how do you incorporate those into an office-wide picture. And so it gave us a good footprint on how to move us forward. One of the areas that was clearly identified as an area of deficiency for us was communication. And I wasn't completely surprised, because I think every organization can improve on communication. But the degree to which we were struggling was a good eye-opener for me. And so one of the areas that we have really worked to enhance that is every single division puts out a regular update to the entire office. So not just their own team is better informed about what's going on within their divisions, but the entire office is better informed. And quite honestly, even as the Chief Law Enforcement Officer, I'm learning things about what our office is involved in now that I wouldn't have previously known had it not been for these updates. And so that level of communication has been radically improved. We also try to tie in a mission moment with the regular updates as well. So what are staff doing that specifically meets the mission and the vision of the office as they do these recaps and as they share the informational updates. And so across the board, I've heard nothing but great feedback from staff. Organizational alignment within a command and control structure isn't always an easy thing to get everyone to embrace, but I think the single biggest benefit as an administrator, when you have your people aligned, you don't have to worry about the organization and the daily operations nearly as much, because you know that people are doing things for the right reason. And in its simplest form, our mission statement is to protect and serve the community in a manner that preserves the public trust. If every interaction that our staff has with people, they're asking themselves, does this maintain the public trust? Am I protecting and serving them in a manner that preserves the public trust? And as long as that's always kind of on the forefront, then whether they intentionally do it or not, they're part of an aligned organization. I think a lack of an aligned organization, in simplest terms, is also a liability. When you have team members that don't embrace who you are and what you're about and how to get the job done properly, that means you have people that are just off running wild and not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and it creates an issue for supervisors fielding more complaints. It creates a liability issue, which your risk management is never going to be a fan of, and ultimately it creates a negative image in the community, which none of us should ever want to be a part of. Making the decision whether you're going to use Orgametrics or not really comes down to, again, your priorities. As they look at their budget, as they look at their staffing and the service delivery, figure out what's important to you. And if improving your organization and improving service delivery are important, then this is definitely something you need to look at as an investment to making your future brighter.